this offseason seems like it was busier than usual with all the signings that you had. Is that the case, or is this par for the course for what you guys usually do in the offseason?
We certainly try to make as much room as possible to strategically acquire the players, the type of players we wanted. You know, guys with USL experience, certainly a lot of attacking players, players with a winning mentality, and also a left-sided left fullback defender. So we were able to acquire all those pieces. Now we'll see if it was a job well done or not.
It's probably not fair to compare year to year, but how do you feel as head coach with the squad that you have now compared to what you were going into last season? Because revisionist history is easy given the record that you had last year, but I imagine you probably feel as optimistic each year, or maybe a little bit more this year.
No, there's no question we're stronger across all areas than last year. Our goalkeeping situation is probably the best it's ever been in the history of the club. We've got 2 top-class goalkeepers vying for the #1 spot. We've acquired 2 or 3 top-class defenders, and we've tried to sign as many forwards as possible. So we've got 3 or 4 guys who were brought in who've had a lot of experience putting the ball in the back of the net. And then when you add in the potential for DC United loans, you've got a deep squad with a lot of talent. Now the question is if we can bring it all together.
Was last year's record a direct result of everything that you wanted to do in the offseason, or would some of it have just come about naturally?
I think it was very difficult last year to acquire the pieces we needed. We were restricted with what we had under contract. We lost enormous amounts of experience with 3 or 4 players retiring or moving on. So that was a big factor. But again, we weren't good enough. We figured it out probably in the back end of the season. And like I said at the time, that meant that several of the rookie players got enormous amounts of experience, and that should put them in good stead for the upcoming season.
A scouting report on your very first opponent is probably the most difficult one of the year. But what do you know about what they might have done in the offseason and what to expect on Sunday?
Well, no question, the first one's always difficult. It's even more difficult when you're kind of waiting to see what happens with Philadelphia Union, the parent team. They'll play Columbus Crew Saturday. You could see 3 or 4 of the guys on the bench in that lineup also. So yeah, I know all the players. I'm very familiar with all 23 on the game day roster, but the question of who that 11 will be anyone's guess.
So does your pregame talk and all of your preseason stuff really center more around your guys?
Absolutely. We're going in with what we've worked on in preseason. It's going to be as aggressive and positive as possible. We're pretty sure what formation Bethlehem will play, so we'll work around that. And again, it's going to be up to us to really set the tone with the type of team we want to be.